Oh, about 5 years.
Around 5 years.
Yes.
Where was he residing?
I didn't know where he was residing. We were not that close. We were not on a personal basis. It was just it was a professional relationship.
Did you ever visit his house?
No, sir.
It's your evidence that the team was totally drunk.
They were drunk.
They were drunk.
Yes.
And it's your evidence that that state of affairs led 2 more people, a driver and a manager, to be called.
Correction, not the manager. The manager was called, but he didn't show up. The driver and
He was called,
yes.
but he never came.
Yeah.
Who confirmed the 2 strangers who joined the team towards the dead end of the night?
Fatxo and I.
Fatxo calls a driver,
Yes.
and who?
And he explained that the other person was the cousin.
A cousin.
Yes.
That's what I wanted. You can remember the details of the driver and the cousin to the court?
The physical,
The names?
or the names, no.
You don't know.
Yep.
Age-wise?
They were young, they were below 25.
They were above 18.
Yes.
In a summary, Jeff joined you at what place?
At Bliss Bistro, Royal.
The first place was Bliss.
Bliss Bistro.
The second one?
The second one was at Shaki.
Shaki.
Yes.
The third one?
Destiny's Garden.
Destiny Garden.
Yes.
That's the third joint. The fourth one?
Eden Bliss Gardens.
E?
Eden.
Eden.
Yes.
Eden Guest.
Eden Bliss.
The court captures Eden?
Eden Bliss Gardens.
Eden Place Gardens. That's the fourth one. The fifth one?
The fifth one, we went back to Smokies.
Smokies.
Yeah.
The sixth one?
The sixth one, I can't recall the name. That's where the shop is.
There is a sixth C,
Yes.
but you can't recall the name.
Yes.
The seventh one?
Green Spot.
Green Spot.
Yes.
The eighth one?
The eighth one, Moran Liquor.
Moran. The ninth one?
Quiver.
Quiver.
Thika Road.
The 10th one?
There was no tender.
You departed at Quiver.
Yes.
Thank you. From the first place of where the first team met, what was there any rift between any of you?
No.
You never saw
None.
in all the 9 scenes,
None.
there was no differences
None.
that you could see.
Yes.
The number of ladies that were brought, do you remember that?
There was,
And I'm more interested, not about your ladies,
Yeah.
I'm more interested where Jeff and Fatxo might have had an interest.
maybe I can just give you the number of all the ladies.
I'm not interested with the personal life about you.
Okay.
I'm very sensitive to that.
Okay.
My questions are linked to one, DJ Fatxo
Yes.
and Jeff.
Okay.
The rest are not interested about.
Okay.
You have gotten my line of thinking.
Yes.
So, Jeff from day one from the moment Jeff started, how many ladies did Jeff invite or were invited for his interest?
To my knowledge, he just invited the two directly. That was Jane and Mutani.
Jane and Moran.
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, how many ladies were called for the same question I'm putting, for the DJ?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
Yes.
These two ladies of Jeff, at what point did they ever meet?
Who?
The two ladies. One is Mutano and the other one?
Yes, they met. They were in the same car while heading to Kiambu.
You were in the same car.
Yes.
Did you leave them together at Quiver?
Apologies, I forgot to mention.
Sorry, guys.
Yes, when we go to Quiver, like I said, when we left Kiambu Road, Jane got into another vehicle, a gentleman's vehicle. In Fatxo's car, it was just me, Fatxo, Jeff, and Mutani. We headed to Thika Road. That's when we left Mutani in the car, waiting for the other friends. But when we got into the club, Jeff approached me and told me, Jane is complaining. I think they had an issue with the gentleman, so she wanted to leave. So Jeff was trying to locate an Uber for Jane. Yes.
The gentleman who had that difference is who?
I can't recall.
There are two people who came last. Remember the driver and a cousin?
Yes.
Are they the same who had a problem with the lady?
No, that was a gentleman from Kiambu Road.
Bro. So to the best of your knowledge, there was no bad blood between
None.
Jeff and Fatxo.
None.
And there was no competition for the beautiful ladies from the two gentlemen.
None.
The driver left with Jeff and Tim from Quiver. You were not there.
When they were leaving Quiver,
Yes.
I wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying now. I'm giving you what happened
Okay.
because you are not there.
Yes.
So the driver left with Jeff and the team to his house. Did you ever hear that Jeff died?
A week later.
That's what I'm saying. Did you ever hear that Jeff died?
Yes, a week later.
A week later. After you left Quiver, did you travel out of the country?
No.
When did Jeff die? How many days after you left Quiver?
That same day.
That same day. And confirm that it was national news that DJ Fatxo has been allegedly involved in the murder.
Yeah.
It's allegedly, and I'm very selective of words. True.
Yes.
And you had this story after 7 days.
If I may,
Explain.
I think for after the news broke after a week. It wasn't national news until a week later. I happened to have an event in Embu. We traveled with one of the artists. It's called Kamoko. His government name is David Rugi. So he had a show in Embu. He was the one who told me, have you heard what happened? I wasn't aware.
This is after 7 days.
Yes.
You were meeting with Jeff. You were meeting with Fatxo to do what? The day you met him.
The day I met him, it was on a consultation on the Bliss Bistro on what to improve.
For when?
To bring in business. Moving forward.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You had a specific meeting
Yeah.
for specific outcomes with the timelines.
No.
Jeff, you left your people. Did they leave you at Quifa or you left
I left them at Quiver.
Did you bother to know the outcome?
I called them the next day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I called them the next day. Dj Fatxo wasn't picking up. And when he picked up, he was like, I'll call you back. I didn't bother because he was to reimburse me the cost of transportation for the previous day, me going to Moran, the consultation and everything.
So, were you at the time you are meeting this young man called Jeff, did you take contact with him?
No.
How many times have you met Watani? It's Mutani or somebody. Mutani.
That was the first time.
That was the first time. And the other lady, was it the first time? The one who was with Jeff?
Jim.
Yeah.
All of them, that was the first time. Apart from now, Linet.
In your business transaction, did Fatxo ever mention Jeff?
No, that was
Previous.
That was the first day.
What was the late's occupation?
Like,
Yeah.
From what I understood, he had a boutique shop, a clothing store, a clothing store, let me call it that. That's all I knew about him.
And did you establish whether there was a business relationship between the late and DJ?
No, I didn't think that was my place to try.
No. It is either you did or you did. From the day you met, for all these times, did you see the DJ, not the DJ, the deceased, look suicidal?
No.
He never looked suicidal. From the way you saw the deceased, did he look disturbed?
No.
From the way you interacted with the late for 9 clubs,
Yes.
did he show any sign of aggression?
No.
He was not a person who was aggressive. Will you be surprised if I tell you that there is a narrative that he committed suicide? I'm putting it to him. It is me putting to him,
Yeah.
not counsel. Could you be surprised if I tell you that he committed suicide?
I will be puzzled.
You'll be puzzled. Because according to you, this man looked stable. True?
He was excited the whole time.
And this is a man who had the capacity to handle 2 competing ladies. True. That's what I'm saying. He had no reason not to continue enjoying life. 9 clubs a night. True. So he could not commit suicide.
I can't talk.
My good sister will proceed and Mr. James.
And when you left the scene at night, did you leave him with Dj Fatxo? Were they together?
I left him at the table.
You left who at the table?
Everyone, that was Dj Fatxo, Mutano and the 2 ladies, and now the 2 gentlemen that joined Fatxo.
So was
But
Jeff
they
part
were
of
at
that?
a different table.
Was Jeff part of that
Yes.
team that you left?
Yes.
So you left him with Fatxo in the company, and you left him alive, correct? The time in which you were spending in the evening, for what duration approximately were you guys drinking?
Later on in the evening, I think from 7 when we went to Moran liquor.
From 7 to around what time? 2, 3 a.m.?
Yes.
3 a.m.
To one bottle. At Moran liquor, it's hard to to say because it was a lot of guys on one table.
So a lot of
We were
guys.
sharing the bottles.
Or you were sharing the bottles?
Yes.
So there were a number of bottles.
Yes.
And the drink you were drinking is Hennessy, VSOP.
Yes.
Do you know the alcohol content in that bottle?
Not exactly.
Could you estimate? Okay, is it one of the bottles that are considered to have a high alcohol content or low?
It's a smooth liquor.
Smooth liquor meaning what?
The percentage is not that high,
Okay, that is according to you.
according to me.
Very well. At that time, when you were all together, when Jeff called his lady friends, at any point did Fatxo call any of his friends?
Not that I know.
Did he call any girlfriend? Did he show interest in any of the ladies that were at the table?
Yes.
Which ladies?
I think Mutano.
Good. So you're saying Fatxo never called any lady to the party, right? Let's call it a party for now. But he showed interest in Mutano.
Yes.
And Mutano was whose friend or who brought her to the table?
Or Jeff.
Jeff is the one who brought her to the table.
Yes.
Okay. Did he ever come in a company? Was he ever in the company of a lady friend?
Most of the times.
Most of the time he was in the company of a lady friend. Okay. And you talk about the bill at some point of your testimony. Who paid the bill?
DJ Fatxo.
Dj Fatxo. So he paid everyone's bill.
No, the bill at Quiver, our bill, like I said, it was a big table. We had different sections. Like the gentlemen at the far end had their own bill. On our end, we had our bill.
When you say on our end,
Yes.
you're talking about Fatxo, yourself,
Yeah.
Mutano, Jane, and Jeff.
And Jane left.
Oh, that Jane had left.
Yes.
But Jeff is part of the people that Dj Fatxo paid the bill for.
Yes.
So it is Dj Fatxo who paid Jeff's bill, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and how much was the bill? If you can recall.
I'm not sure, but it was past 18,000.
It was past 18,000. So you're saying your relationship with Fatxo was purely professional?
Yes.
And so it is not a wonder that he never told you what happened in his house.
I think so.
Are you aware that they left together with the deceased and headed to his place?
I didn't know until after.
And how was the behavior of the deceased in terms of his drunkenness? You've said VSOP is a very smooth drink, I would not know, but how was his behavior? Was he staggering?
No, by the time I was leaving, it was just purely excitement.
Purely excitement.
Yes.
So he was not showing drunkenness?
No.
And you confirm that even he was not drunk because he escorted all his lady friends to get Ubers, correct?
No, Jane, just Jane.
Jane.
That was early in the night.
Early in the night. He ensured that Jane went home.
I didn't make a follow-up.
You didn't make a follow-up. Okay, did you have any personal interaction with the deceased?
Not really. The only time we had a conversation during that Jane's incident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the only time you had a
We
conversation?
didn't have lengthy conversations with him.
Okay. Last question. What time did this Masaya Kazi end at the point in which Fatxo wanted you guys to engage in alcoholic drinks? It was around what time?
All I can recall, it was past 4.
It was past 4. Past 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Very good. That is all.
We've gone to 9 clubs. And these 9 clubs, you have no limit, you're just consuming alcohol all this time. Everybody is happy.
No.
Not.
Okay.
Please protect his door.
The persons who were there
Yep.
are consuming alcohol, and they're all happy.
At what time?
Too often. Is there any instance that somebody wasn't happy?
No. But the liquor came in past 7 at Kiamboro.
Yes. As you keep on taking this liquor, is there anybody who's unhappy?
Jane was the only one who had issues. Everyone else was happy.
Jane being who was she?
She was a friend to Jane.
She was a friend to Jane.
Yes.
And let me be certain, who did DJ Fatxo have as a friend amongst the ladies?
I think from what I could tell, he was more comfortable with Mutani.
He was more comfortable with Moran.
Yes.
Now this is why I want to ask you this question. Who came with Moran? Or how did Moran join this team? Is it because Jeff called?
I'm not sure we initiated the invitation, but from what I can recall is she was Jeff's friend.
She was Jeff's friend.
Yes.
And DJ Fatxo is now showing interest towards this girl.
Yeah.
And he ends up taking her to his house.
I'm not aware what happened after that.
But you can see that DJ Fatxo is having an interest in a girl that Jeff has called, isn't it?
To be fair, we all did. She's a beautiful lady. Me included.
Perhaps a reason to kill, to die for, isn't it? No.
Your Honor, I used to go first with the permission of my colleagues and shortly ask leave kindly explain some reasons. Wilson. Let me refer you to as Wilson. You're not a psychologist, are you?
No.
It is suicidal almost. You will do this. In fact, in a group of about 15 people, you cannot tell me who was sad, who was not. True, isn't it? Mutanu seems to have been mentioned quite a lot, and you said and you confirmed that DJ Fatxo had an interest in Mutanu. Did he tell you that?
No.
They didn't. You have actually said that Mutanu is a beautiful girl, that everyone, including yourself, would have been interested in her.
True.
Jeff, other than Jeff being a professional friend to DJ Fatxo, what other role did he play between 4 p.m. and when you left 2 a.m. in your social circles and interaction with them?
I think the main role was just the ladies.
Just the ladies. So Jeff was the ladies guy.
Yes.
He plugged you with all these ladies. In particular, he called 2 ladies. In fact, he approached 2 ladies in your statement. He approached 2 ladies and who he left his contact with.
Pardon?
When you were living, there's a place you were living and you found some ladies with that guy.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So he's the one who approached them,
Yes.
okay, and left his contact
Yeah.
so that when they are done with this gentleman, they will come.
Yes.
Okay. Did they ever come?
No.
Yeah?
No.
They didn't come.
Yeah.
Okay. The second instance, in jail flagging you, the lady was Jane.
Yes.
He called Jane.
Yes.
Okay. So Jane accepted to come.
Yes.
So you went with Jane to Kokoriko?
No, we didn't go to Kokoriko.
Or you went to?
We picked her up at KU.
Yes.
Wiru.
Yes.
We went to the establishment, I can't recall the name.
Yes.
Then we went to Green Spot. Then we left for Kiambu Road, then Quiver.
And all this time, Jeff was in the company of Jane. Yes. Yes.
Yes, but Mutanu Jane.
No, at this point,
Okay.
before Mutano comes.
Yes.
So, would you say that Jeff had an interest with them?
I could not tell.
You couldn't tell.
Yes.
But they were seated
At the back.
seat.
Yes.
When you went to Moran, the liquor store, who sat with Jane? Oh, let me rephrase. Who did Jeff sit with?
I think the ladies were comfortable sitting around Jeff.
Yes.
Mutanu, I think, was seated on the left, and I think Jane.
Leave Mutano alone. I'm asking Jeff. In relation to Jeff and Jane.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were next to each other.
Next to each other.
Yes.
And what about the time when Mutano came in?
They were cordial.
They were all cordial.
Yes.
Okay. Until when one Jane started complaining. In fact, your words are,
Yeah.
she complained about the place being boring.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. What was the reaction? And how many were you at that point when she was complaining?
The first complaint came in at Green Spot,
Yes.
Ruiru.
Yes.
That was about 5-ish. That was the first spot that we went to. We thought that Tanza Sherea. So she said the place is boring and it's cold. It was obvious. That's when we left for Moran.
Okay.
Yes.
So would you attribute the moving of this whole group of 15 people to Jane's complaint?
Not really.
Not really.
Yes.
Okay. Who in that setup would you say was influential enough to move a whole group?
DJ Fatxo.
DJ Fatxo.
Yes.
Did DJ Fatxo know, or prior, do you think DJ Fatxo knew this Jane?
No.
No. Would it have been in Jeff's interest to remove Jane from this boring place to a place that is comfortable? Would you think it would be of interest for Jeff?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. So she meant something to Jeff?
Yes, she did.
Thank you. When you decided that finally we are leaving, Tanu is here, Chen is here, and the rest. Okay? So who did Jen live with?
A gentleman from Kiambu Road.
Man from Kiambu. In a what?
In a white V8, I can't
In a
recall
white
it.
V8 car. Okay. So suddenly, a lady who was very off, somebody who Jeff would have been interested in, has gone in with another man in a bigger car. Okay. I would think that anyone, including yourself now that we are saying about ourselves, will feel bad when you invite a lady. The only one who comes successfully lives with another man. Anyway, but don't answer that. Who called Mutano to this meeting?
I'm not sure who initiated the call.
Yes.
But I just know she was Jeff's friend.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, between Jeff and Mutano, who you had only met that day, how would you categorize their friendship? Is it a sisterhood or sisterly kind of relationship, romantic kind of relationship?
Not to be casual,
Yes.
but I think the term they were using is bestie.
Bestie.
Yes.
Bestie could be anyone.
Bestie could be anyone.
Bestie could be. So it will not surprise you that it is Jeff, and according to so many other witnesses here, that called Mutano consistently to come and join you.
I will not be surprised.
In the name of having an interest in a lady, would you call one lady that you have an interest in and call another one at the same time? Will you?
My opinion, my personal
Beyond the personal, will you take that risk?
No.
You will not. Okay. The last time you saw Jeff was at Quiver Lounge. Again, Jane reappears.
No. Jane left.
No, did Jane come with when Jane boarded the V8,
Yes.
came to Quiver,
Yes.
and you all met there?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, they were there before us.
They were there before you?
Yes.
Again, Jane in the company of Max Gentleman.
Yes.
Okay. And Jeff with you guys?
Yes.
At the point when Jane is leaving, she's leaving because she is frustrated.
That's what I heard from you.
Because there was a confrontation between that gentleman.
I can't say for she just said she's bored, she wants to leave.
Okay.
So we assumed.
You assume. So he cared enough to actually escort Jeff out.
Yes.
As to how much Jeff had taken at that point, would you know, in terms of alcohol, the whole time?
It was on a polite note. He wasn't drunk.
Not just being drunk.
Yep.
Had he consumed alcohol that was enough?
No.
So from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m., Jeff had not consumed.
No. Me, I left at 2.
That's true.
Some minutes past 2. And from what I could tell, he wasn't that drunk.
He wasn't that drunk.
Yes.
Did you sense any form of danger, okay, for Jeff in the company of all these other people? Was he threatened?
No.
Was he in fear?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge.
Yes.
He was very comfortable.
He was excited.
He was excited.
Extremely excited.
So he didn't face, from your own thinking, that he faced any danger from DJ Fatxo, Mutanu, from these other two ladies, from the driver and the cousin.
No. I think what I saw with Jeff was he was excited to be in this place. Like
He was
Fatxo, to be these patrons from the industry. It was for him as a young, he was excited.
He was excited to be in this space with
Yes.
these players,
Yes.
all of them. And then that's all.
Dj Fatxo, Lawrence Jugun.
Yes.
At the time that he was calling you, you confirmed he was calling you strictly for business.
Yes.
You confirmed that when you met, you actually delved into business.
Yes.
Exactly what he had called you for.
Yes, we did.
Okay. You also confirm that at that particular venue, that is his business, Bliss Bistro, that is when you first saw the deceased Jeff.
Yes.
You equally confirm that at that first sight, DJ Fatxo told you exactly why Jeff was there.
Yes, I did.
He did tell you. Thank you. And I believe he told you in the presence of Jeff himself.
Yes, I did.
Did Jeff indicate that that was not a position? He did not indicate that that was a position, meaning that he also agreed.
Yes.
That was the reason why he came. And the reason was to help DJ Fatxo set up, he was to do the interior
Yes.
of a shop that the DJ wanted to open. Yes. You also confirm that, in fact, the DJ told you that he had met Jeff some time back when he owned a shoe shop. And that is how he knew he can actually do interior design.
Yes.
Now, you have indicated that from this, at this particular point, you move to different locations. My question, general question on that one is, was Jeff being forced in any manner whatsoever to move to all these locations that you went to?
No.
He was not coerced in any way.
He was willing.
He was willing.
Yes.
In fact, the word you say exciting.
Yeah.
You, at all these points, it is also a fact that Jeff had a mobile phone. He had a mobile phone, in his own mobile phone.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes.
And he was not restricted in any manner in using that mobile phone. It was with him always.
To my knowledge.
To your knowledge, yeah, that's why you're testifying.
Yes.
In fact, you have said that while you are at Destiny Gardens and you are shooting that promo, he was excited. As he was watching, he even recorded. That is what you have said. He even at a point even also recorded.
Yes. But if I may,
Yes.
there was two different kind of recording. I was recording the main.
No, that one is true. You were recording the main one, but
yes.
as he was just there, he also got excited and recorded.
But yes, but mostly it was with a lady called Gasheni. She's an artist. I'm not sure if she was recording with her phone or his phone. I can't tell.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We have recordings already sent on WhatsApp to the mother, so that has already been verified. It's on record. Nonetheless, you still say he was not restricted. That's the point that I wanted.
Yes.
Now, while you have indicated that while you now left there and went now to you decided that it was a bit late, and there was a suggestion of calling lady friends. Confirm that that suggestion came from Jeff himself.
Yes, it did.
Some people say, when you can easily sway ladies, you are called a lovable. Do you use that one? Respectfully.
Objection, yeah. Objection, right?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The dead cannot speak
No,
for
fair enough.
themselves.
Fair. My colleague said he can handle two women at the same
No,
time.
at
You
the
didn't
same time,
object.
you need to
But
respect
let's
the
proceed.
dead.
Let's proceed. Let's proceed. I think we'll strike off the earlier one also from the record. Now, he according to how he behaved, he could easily, he had connections to ladies. Let me use that one.
Yes, it did.
He had connections to ladies.
Yes.
And he offered to bring those, to call those ladies.
Yes, it did. Now,
When you And at this particular point, I want to bring in the aspect of Jane. When you were actually in a vehicle and you had to pick Jane at KU Ruiru campus, yes?
Yes.
Confirm that it is Jeff who communicated with Jane.
Yes, I can confirm that.
You confirm. Confirm that when you picked up Jane, it was clear that Jane and Fatxo had not met before. It was the first time they were meeting.
Yes, I do.
Thank you so much. And of course, you have told us even yourself that was the first time you met Jane. So the only person that Jane knew very well at this point is actually the deceased.
Yes.
Now, thereafter, you now indicate that you went to a stall near G-Spot, near Green Spot. Green Spot. Yes. Which is located in Kamatis.
Yes.
And this is in tandem with the story you had been told in the morning, that his purpose was to go and help with the shop. The very purpose. Now you have actually ended up going there in the evening. You confirm that you yourself standing there, you are told the dead can't speak, you yourself, you actually saw that particular stall.
I did.
You did. Thank you so much. And when you are at that point, all the four of you went into the stall.
Yes, I did.
All the four of you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Confirm that there was a discussion between Jeff and Fatxo on generally the interior design aspects.
Yes, I did.
Now, general discussion on the interior design. With a document on page that is listed as B2, Roman 1 and 2. Roman 1 and 2, my colleague has shown you. There's a notebook there. Is it something, just the first page, is it something that looks familiar in relation to the activities of that day?
I can't place it.
You can't place it.
Yes.
So generally, if I can ask you, did the deceased have somewhere he was writing? Was he noting down?
Initially, it was a piece of paper.
It was a piece of, you saw him with a piece of paper.
Yes.
Where? And a pen.
And a pen, yes.
Where he was noting down things.
Actually, that was at Shaki. I think we borrowed a pen from one of the waiters.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. And he noted down items.
Yes.
So you did not have a look at exactly what he was
No, I
writing.
didn't.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, when you left, at that point, there was a suggestion, of course, that Dj Fatxo had already indicated earlier that it is time to rudishia mwili asante. Sindio?
Yes, I did.
After this activity, was not surprising. It didn't come as a surprise to anyone.
Yes, it did.
It didn't. Now, at this particular juncture, you indicate that the only reason that you changed location was because Jane was not comfortable. That was the main reason first.
That was the main reason, yes.
And you also confirmed that, of course, the DJ, being who he is, also was receiving other invites by friends.
Yes.
And that is when you actually moved now, ended up at Moran liquor place.
Yes.
So, yes?
Yes.
So what I want you to tell us, what prompted, what made the deceased call Moran? Is it something you can recall? Was there a conversation? Did he just come the way he had decided to call DJ? Was there a conversation?
I think it aligns with the conversations that I have a few beautiful ladies I can invite.
So the aspect of now calling Mwathi was for them to bring ladies to the table.
Not for Mutano to bring in ladies.
No, for
Mutano to come in.
For Mutano to come.
Yes.
And at this point, it is clear that Mutano was known already to DJ Fatxo.
From my knowledge,
yes.
They were familiar with each other.
They were familiar with each other. That's
yes.
actually what I want. They were familiar with each other. You were not familiar.
Yes. Yes.
Such that if she was that beautiful, of course, it resonates with the fact that DJ Fatxo did not object to that.
No, he did.
He actually wanted Mwathi to be called.
Yes.
Yes? And to that particular extent, you picked Mwathi when she was alone.
Yes.
Not with the other two ladies.
No. Just her.
Thank you. And you were comfortable in that particular manner until the point you reached you reached the Moran liquor store.
Pardon?
You were all comfortable.
Yes, we were.
Now, when I mean comfortable, we have 3 men and 2 ladies in this car. You are seated at the front.
Yes, I was.
Jeff was seated with the other ladies
at the back.
At the back. Did you want to also accompany yourself over there?
I will not object, but...
Thank you. You are a man.
Yes. But,
so, according to the way things were there, who was floating? Who was the...
Be careful.
No, it's my witness.
No, I want to just like
you might take it seriously. Yeah, I just want to establish, because it's a bit important.
Okay.
According to the way things were, one person will remain floating.
The night was still young.
No, at that point. At that point, in that car, in terms of pairing, it is true, let me put it to you the way I know it.
Yeah.
It is true that Jeff and Jane were already pairing, and she has done a statement anyway saying that. It is also true that DJ Fatxo and the most beautiful girl there, Moran, were already pairing.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So when you reach this particular venue, in terms of seating, and my colleague has asked you, and it's a very important thing.
Yep.
Jane and the late sat next to each other.
Yes.
And they were talking. There's a person called Caris. I don't know if it rings a bell. Who was also there. You've given us names,
Yes.
but I didn't hear Caris.
Yes, yes,
There was a person called Caris.
yes.
Thank you so much. These, when you met these other people, did they have the female gender? Any one of the female gender with them? By the time you guys were reaching that table?
I think there was just one lady seated among the gentlemen.
Just one lady.
Yes,
The gentlemen, we've been told they were quite a number.
yes.
So, when you actually reached there, where Kina Caris was sitting, they still sat. They didn't change positions.
They did.
But the conversation continued.
Yes.
We are told that Caris and Jane struck a rapport. Did you see something of that?
Later on in the night.
While you are still at Moran,
Yeah.
they struck a rapport while you are still there.
Okay. I can't recall if it was Caris or the other gentleman. There were two gentlemen
Or they were two.
who were interested with Jane.
Or they were
So I
two.
can't
Let's
recall.
go slowly.
Yeah.
There were two gentlemen there who were interested in Jane.
Yes.
So it was visible. It's something anyone
Yes,
on
it
that
was.
table could pick,
Yes.
including Jeff, could actually see these people are interested in.
Everyone could see.
Everyone could see and hear. And the most successful bidder was Caris. He actually left with Jane in his very big car, the V8 car. Do you know that Jane left with Caris? Or with a gentleman? Let me not say Caris because you may not know. One of those gentlemen,
Yes.
one of the two,
One of the two.
Jane left with that person
Yes.
in a very big V8 car.
Yes, you did.
While Jeff left as a passenger. In Dj Fatxo's car.
Yes.
When they were leaving, you were seated in front.
The
Now
whole
when you are going back, you're going to Quiver,
the whole day actually.
you sat in front.
Yes.
So you could not notice the mood of Jeff when he was sitting behind. Or did you notice his mood? Did you hear him?
Like I said,
Yeah.
the whole time Jeff was excited.
No, at this particular point, did you hear him talk?
On our way to Quiver,
Yes, and I want you to be very sure when you are answering that.
it was the same energy.
He just had the same energy. Okay? Now, at this particular point, you are saying Jeff was taking, and everyone was taking Hennessy, VSOP. From your recollection.
Most of us.
Now I'm interested in Jeff.
I cannot recall.
You cannot recall whether he even drank or not.
No, he
You
was
can-
drinking, but I can't tell you the specific brand.
I'm happy that he was drinking.
Yes.
And the drinks on that table was Hennessy and a gin.
There was a gin,
Yeah.
and I believe, was it Malibu? There was another drink, but it was as for a specific person.
No, okay. So Malibu we rule out. So there was gin and Hennessy.
Hennessy, yes.
Yes, okay. Now, you have moved all the way to Quiver. The drinks that were there, again, it was Hennessy.
We ordered our own bottle. It was
Hennessy.
Hennessy.
So at this point, Jeff was on the side that was taking this bottle of Hennessy.
Yes.
So we are sure, at least this time, you saw him take Hennessy.
Yes, I did.
Could you know, did you observe the quantity that he was taking?
Not really.
You do not, because you are not also studying. Now, the question that I want to ask at this point, once you reach that point, where did Jane sit? Now you are at Quiver Lounge.
Yeah.
Jane has come together with one of those gentlemen. I call him Paris.
Yes.
You have all gone in except Mutano, who has been left behind.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Where did Jane sit?
Initially, they were on a different table.
Who?
A different table. That was, I think, Caris, when you came in, they were in a different table.
Who?
Caris and Jane.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Who was on a different table? Because I've asked you in reference to Jane first.
Yes, that's Jane and Caris.
Thank you so much. They sat separately.
Yes.
The same girl that Jeff had interest in the person. And the rest sat.
It was sort of a row.
The rest sat in a row, but the two sat separately.
Yes.
Thank you. That's very important. How long did they maybe did they sit? Or was it an hour, 2 hours?
No, it was very short-lived.
It was short-lived.
Yes.
Okay. So now when everyone else, when they joined, where did she sit? Jane. There's a witness who tells us that at that particular point, around the time you ate, that Jeff looked so sad, so lonely. And indeed, there is a lady that is D7, Teresia Wanjiru, one of the friends that came with Mutano, who actually had to go and sit with him to console him. Because Jane was not even seated there. Would that, in terms of your recollection, would that look like something that happened when you were there?
Okay. I don't recall about that specific scenario.
Yes.
Or what I can recall is Jeff came to me and he told me that, okay, Jen is leaving, Jen is bored, she wants to leave.
No, before that, leave alone that. I'll get to that.
Okay.
I'm saying before that, and the reason for that, I want to get the sitting position when all of you are there.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I want first to see if you can recollect. If you can't recollect, it's okay.
I can't recall.
You can't recall. Fair enough. Now, at all instances, were you seated on that table?
Yes, I was.
You never got up to go to the men's room?
I did.
You did.
Yes.
Other people got up and went to play pool?
They did.
They did.
The gentleman.
The gentlemen
And
went
at
to play
some
pool.
point, I think Fatxo did too.
Even Fatxo went to play pool.
Yes.
So there might be some things that may have happened in that table which you may not have observed.
I agree.
Thank you so much. Now, at the point where you are being told by the deceased that this girl is bored and wants to leave, where were you?
I was seated opposite Fatxo.
You were just seated. It was on the around the table.
It was, yes.
Around the table.
Yes.
So, did you see him talking to Fatxo?
Jeff?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
He talked to Fatxo, but you did not hear the conversation, or you had?
No.
We are told that he actually borrowed money from Fatxo to facilitate the movement of Jim. That is something you didn't hear.
I'm not aware.
Fair enough. Nonetheless, the lady left and Jeff saw her through.
Yes.
Fair enough. While you were there, did you see any other item being taken apart from shisha and apart from this alcohol that you have mentioned?
No, just the
There was no illicit item. Any illicit.
No, just the two.
It was just that. And you have said it was being taken in good moderation.
Yes, it was.
Thank you so much. You yourself, did you get drunk? just took alcohol and it didn't do anything to you?
I know my limits. Yes, I can control my liquor.
And everyone on that table knew their limits?
I can't speak for them,
Yes.
but when Fatxo knew it was beyond his limit, that's when he contacted the trainer.
So at least Fatxo knew also, you can attest that he also knew his limits.
Yes.
And he even contacted his
Driver.
driver at that point. Did you know the limits of the deceased? Did he even tell you that when I reach this point it will be over and above?
No,
You did not have that discussion.
we did have that conversation.
Now, at this particular point, you are saying you had also a friend come over, but you guys left,
Yes, we did.
and left the rest there,
At the table.
such that you do not know what happened from that point to the very next day when you are calling DJ Fatxo at 3. You will not be in a position to now give an account of anything that happened, whether someone was suicidal afterwards. You know, you do not be able to account. You do not even know when the deceased met his death.
I don't.
It's something you are reading like us.
Yes.
So, as far the last question I will ask, in terms of the engagement between DJ Fatxo and the deceased, would you say that there was any animosity, or it was a friendly business relationship? From what you observed, all through, you are with them from noon all the way to around 2.
A friendly business relationship.
Friendly business relationship. Did they disagree, even on anything, even on money that you did they disagree that they?
No, not that I know of.
Not that you know. 18,000 Kenyan shillings, pesa hii ya rupe. Someone paid for everyone on your side. Was that a bad gesture?
No.
This alcohol that was bought and paid for, over 18,000, was there any restriction to anyone, including the deceased, that this is just for my friends, you don't touch? Was there any restriction whatsoever?
There was none.
There was none. Thank you so much. And again, assurances is just for the purposes of this.
Thank you.
As you are in the entertainment
Yes, sir.
entertainment space. And on that day, because now you know the practices, the designers, how you behave, and you can speak of the common. And that day you were with the Fatxo, you visited from one club, went to another, you discussed the business, Midist, you discussed the business, Midist, and drinking. Was there anything unusual?
No, there was none.
This is a normal thing
Yes, it is.
in those involved in the music
Very much
and
so.
entertainment.
Yes, it is.
And the involvement of Fatxo in other businesses apart from his music, is it normal among entertainers?
It is.
So it is normal that you can be an entertainer and you also do other business.
Yes.
Is it also normal that these discussions take place in such informal setting?
Most of the times.
Most of the times. Because where is the entertainer's office?
Those spaces.
Those spaces. So that is where they conduct their business.
Yes.
That is where they create business. So, to sum it up, it was in the normal course of activities in the entertainment industry.
Yes, it was.
to move from one club to another and another.
Yes, it is. It's a norm.
To take drinks, as we discussed, and entertain.
Most of the time.
There's also, you were stating, you say you had a keen eye. You look at somebody who had a keen eye on Fatxo. Why you say you had a keen eye on Fatxo?
Like I said, my angle in the industry is events and artist management. And the artist will always come first for me. I must manage him to make sure I manage the brand, I protect the brand. That's why I had to be king first.
You also confirmed that you are the one who also counted with
The bills, everything.
So you are also providing some support.
Yes, sir.
There's the issue of the driver coming and the cousin. And there's also the issue of the manager. Can you confirm from what I heard in your statement here that you said that you had also recommended the manager and the driver?
By the time I was recommending it, Fatxo had already made the call.
The question is, you learned that he had already called after you.
Yes.
As in the process. The issue is, we agree with Fatxo called the driver.
Yes.
But you realize that when you are actually recommending.
Yes.
And why were you recommending?
Because I was about to leave.
You are about to leave.
Yes.
And so, in your absence, you felt there needed to be someone.
Some sense of security for me.
And you can confirm that who called the manager?
He did.
You can even confirm that besides the driver, he also called the manager.
I can't confirm about the exact meaning. I just know he called the team. The exact people that showed up were the driver and the cousin.
Okay.
Yes.
Who comprises the team?
From his end, there's a manager, there's a driver, there's security, a bouncer, and now the band. Yes.
So others were called. What you know is that others were called beyond the driver.
I'm certain he did.
You say at some point two ladies, the deceased, offered to invite two ladies. Had you requested any ladies?
No, it was his suggestions on this one.
Did you respond to that?
We didn't disagree, but we welcome the idea.
But you did not pursue it further. That's all.
Has any clarification since this finding? I think that should be all for us. What can be done for we can take a further hearing. D6, D2, D5, D6, D7, D8, and D9. The others can be summoned to appear the next time. And further to that, I'm seeing that if there will be need if we take like 2 days. Not necessarily consecutively, just staggered so as at least to secure 2 days. I've just gone through the file and I'm seeing we have till D35. So there might be need for that. don't know if we take clear dates so that we can also agree here, maybe if it's 2 witnesses, so that on a specific date where it's only this matter possible.
Yeah, 19th of June is convenient. Fifth is not convenient. 26th.
I don't know 23rd if it's convenient.
23rd is convenient. On my side.
19th and 23rd of
Yes.
June.
Your Honor, just because we also want
8th of July.
not that I got my July and August are all what I was hoping to do.
Suggest a date.